is on our. Hope so you're keeping well, and we'll start. Anybody, any question before starting, please?
Hello.
Yes. Hello. Yes, please.
Hi. Do we have a deadline to submit the assessment, please?
No. Normally, we expect in 2 weeks after completing assignment discussion session. But if you can't, no problem. Just let us know, because as quick you submit, we can sign off here.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Anyone else? Any question? Okay, so please, you can log in our Moodle page as well. You have assignment brief there, and which will go through. We had a discussion, we met all the learning outcome, and now just 1 second, sorry. Sorry for later. Okay, everyone, we have access on Moodle page, yes? Sorry. Hello.
Sorry, I wanted to ask, is there any word count for the assignment?
Yes, there is, as long you meet the learning outcome, normally up to 3,000 words.
Not more than that.
So. If it's the more than that, you can put in appendix, so no word count then. So if you have too many words, yes,
Yeah.
and you want those all in your assignment, so what you can do, you can include in appendix of assignment after the reference page and cross-reference within your assignment, and you can say, please see appendix.
And the reference, is it part of the word count?
Reference you can add, like around maybe 5, 10. Yes. Sorry, your voice was quite.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
With the Moodle, I just want to show you. Okay, welcome. Thanks for joining. We'll start. So please, if you log in on Moodle page and you look, we looking IFA unit, of course, especially. So you can find personal taxation. Sorry, we checked the system, some issue. I can't log in. Nowadays, I'll go through the template which we already prepared, and I'll show you in a minute, and we'll go through. Sorry, I'll find anyone. Okay, so word count. Okay, so you ask word count, which we answer. Let's please. Okay, during our lessons, we had 3 lessons. We learn about 3 LOs, learning outcome. And please, against these learning outcome, we have an indicative content which is given on assignment brief, which we look in a minute. So please, when we structure the assignment, is a cover page. So please, it's good to be we have a cover page. So assignment on submitted your student numbers and School of Accounting and Finance, University Manchester. Then second page, please leave for the content page, which we can prepare. And then we can move to a little introduction, accounting. Of course, good accounting system is very important, which help the government to collect and it's increase their income, and as well as those are more they pay are it's based on the progressive or different tax systems. So we can discuss here, and we can in this assignment we are going to discuss about the personal tax, and within that you're looking the non-saving saving and property income, and please and NI thing. So please you can do a bit discussion here, and then you can move to the next. Sorry, I can't log in on Moodle, but I'll try it. Okay, so please then you will go through we have assessment criteria 1.1, which is about the learning outcome 1. Explain the key principle of taxation, which is a tax system used for individual. So we can look around the principle of good taxation system. We can argue on it because I included please is a tax system. If you want to find some stuff on Kaplan website, which I'll go through in a minute. So please, the purpose of the tax, we need to be UK tax system. We can discuss direct indirect taxes, HMRC's key role within that can be explained. And we have a few sample assignment available on our Moodle page. Please, is good to use, which I'll try to locate in a minute if I can log in. Okay, so tax avoid and tax planning is a legal, which we can plan the tax avoidance versus the tax avoidance, which of course is illegal. We need to discuss about ethical framework, 5 professional code of ethics, which we discuss in our lesson. So please that's we can. Then you can move to the 1.2, which is about explain the features of the good tax system. Good tax system always should be fair tax system, and the tax charge the people those are liable to, and it's a true reflection, not the burden of. Yeah, it can be. So a lot of articles we can find, but within the book which I gave you few, we can find a few definition which we can include, and we can reference the book. Okay, then explain the difference between the tax planning, tax avoidance, tax avoidance, which we discussed in our lesson 1. So please you can open the lesson 1 slides, that will help you to prepare as well. Please, if you want to achieve the merit criteria, you have to look around ethics and legal implication. If you don't pay the tax, what will be. So we can look around the penalties and the fines, which is included in the assignment. As well, I'll give you the Kaplan revision cards. Those will help you to prepare as well. So that's our task 1, which is based on the learning outcome 1. Any question from anyone here, please? So explain the principle of the tax system for individuals. Look around, explain the features of the tax system, and look around the tax planning, tax avoidance, and tax avoidance. And for merit criteria, you can discuss about some legislation, which is Finance Act. We have to follow every year, and we need to be look around ethical, which is 5 professional code of ethics, which we discuss, popular people chat in office, PPCIO, which is being professional behavior, professional competency, due care, confidentiality, integrity, and objectivity. That's 5, and that leads to can be revoked membership if we don't follow it. So then we can move to our task 2, which is then under task 2, we is based on the learning outcome 2, please calculate the taxable income from the employment, investment, and property. So what you need to do, please, I included the handout, which I can refer back to you. So you can pick, example from either the booklet, which I shared with you previously. So this is, you can, if you want to look around within, I gave you the handout, which is called ACCA examples as well, which I'll show you, please. So we have the example of property, yes, individual. So that's, that can be income tax calculation, and that's chapter 2 and chapter 3. You can pick any example you can. Okay, so please, keeping in view of, don't you can anonymously, you can include the data which is without mentioning any particular client name if you have the data, which if you don't have it, you can include, example from our given handouts, or the books, which I gave you a few. But only the things we can is better to apply Finance Act 2023, which I'll give you here. Okay, so please, if you look here, you can even argue on, and you can pick, example from there. And we have example in our lecture slides as well. So all the rates, you've been given a lot of examples here. Please, you can pick, from this to answer, and you show your calculations. So you can argue if somebody's personal allowance, you can argue about income and tax planning within it, and property income and the rates. If you go back to your lecture 2 slides, and which I can show you here. So please, that's, which we can use for task 2. So if you look here, if our lesson is divided according to the criteria, so we can divide according to the criteria as well. Like if we have the rates, you will see there. And then if we move down to, I included a lot of examples there to calculate, the tax. So you can pick any examples, you can please write in your, and just a little, paraphrase it and make the reference where. If you're using ACCA handout, it can be reference of ACCA. If you're using Kaplan, BPP and Osborne or any others from, which is absolutely fine, gov.uk. Yes, or any example, which is absolutely fine, because the question was, if I'll take you back to the template which we prepared. So the first question was about calculate the from the income. So you can include the scenario and you can calculate, these, and that's, really we need to address that. I put it, I copied here, non-saving, saving, and total. I can send you that template as well. Okay, then please apply the personal allowance. The personal allowance is 12,570. We can, if you want to argue about, personal allowance can be changed, married couple, and of course, if a company car benefit in kind, your personal allowance can be decreased. So that can be argument there, which we can. And then please determine the benefit in kind. So we have a chapter in the book, the benefit in kind. So please go back to the book and look around the benefit in kinds, like, if the company house giving you, if the company car is, if the any other, the benefit in kinds, like a loan from. So that's, we need to add it back, because, that's not exempt for the tax. So we have to include and to calculate the tax, then calculate the income tax liability, national insurance contribution from the given data. So the given data is nothing is given in assignment. Please, you can pick the data, you can copy it, and you can calculate. Yes, that's, that's we have our task 2. Any question regarding task 2, please, from anyone? Is it clear? Okay, so if we move to the, please, always good to be work on the higher distinction criteria as well, or merit criteria at least. Yeah, so self-study resource must be demonstrate how relief for pension payments and charitable donation are applied. So please, if you're giving charity, we need to gross up, we can add it, we can, because that's charity is exempt, so you can claim the relief from it. If you, because if you paid the tax last place, you can claim that's, back, so we need to be look around. That's, you can add the example. So that hit, the merit and distinction criteria, please. If you're not including it, that's not touching the criteria. So that's really we need to. So
sorry, can you say that again? Because I'm always worried about, I don't understand the fact of the.
okay, no problem. I'll explain you. I'll take you back to the handouts. So I'll refer you back. That will be more handy, and I can cross-reference. So if you look here, yes. So relief, yes. So we can look around. If you type word relief, can you see here? Yes. So we can here we can pick the example from individual, yes, relief. Thus we can include it. Yes. You go here in that chapter, which is page 115, and you pick the examples like a charity relief, yes, or any other. If you have a loss, you can claim the relief as well, yes, because that loss can be against the gain of. So that can be used as example. If I'll take you back to, so there are plenty of examples of relief. So that's the marginal relief. But if we take back to that, we can go straight to 115 page. Yeah, so that's the chapter there, yes. And you can you can pick, here relief, yes, investor relief we have there, yes, any other relief you want that can be used. So there are plenty of example you can pick and write it and show the calculation. If this is the example and you can see at the end is the answer of 2.3, yeah, that can be. If you don't want, if I'll go this ACCA handout, I'll type the word. So pension, charities, yes. So you will see here relief. Can you see here? Yes. So you can pick, examples you can include in your, and the reference will be this handout is the ACCA. Any question there? Can you hear me okay? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'll take you back to again, and that's for our task 2. So that's your task 2, and now we can move to the task 3. In the preparation of the student final exam, you have been asked to prepare the set of revision cards. So you can, a revision card can be generated from using other website, because card is a card. Either you drop the insert it into boxes or whichever layout, no problem. So explain the difference between the chargeable and exempt asset. Yeah. So what is the chargeable asset? What is the exempt asset? Exempt asset, those assets we not charge the tax. Yeah. Exempt person, we look around the rules for each, the exempt asset and the chargeable asset. We've been given chapter in the book. We have an example in the. So if you open the lesson 3, so this will be for the task 3. So explain the difference between chargeable and exempt, and demonstrate how they calculate the capital gain tax by individual from the given data. So again, capital gain tax chapter, we can go. I'll take you back to examples. So we included good few there, and I'll just take you back to examples. Sorry, some reason I can't log in on Moodle at the moment. Otherwise, I should demonstrate, but I can send you previous recordings as well. Okay, so thus we have, if you go back to the beginning, you can find there the chapter. So please, for this question, you look the capital gain chapter, yes, individuals, yes. So we not looking companies, individual. So these are the capital gain. So if you do Control F and you want quickly assets, chargeable assets, that will take you stage 2, and you can pick, you know, chargeable gain and chargeable assets. Okay, so if I'll go ACCA handout, assets. Yeah, so you've been given different assets which we can charge tax, you know. So good few examples, like here example 36. So that can be, I'll take you back to the week 3, which is lesson 3 slides. Those are quite useful, which you can use. And plus I'm going to share with you the books as well, other books, not just, you know, this open tuition one, but I'll send you the few more. If you look here, please, we have the capital gain tax, these slides. If you go down, scroll down, so we have 3.1, 3. We explain what is meant by connected percent, chargeable gain, and exempt asset, because the chargeable percent or the gain can be only the asset which is. So the gain is mean, so you will see here good examples you've been given for individual and the company, which we can include from even from the book or from online or from your own example, which is absolutely fine. That's, you know, you've been given chargeable asset. Yes, chargeable asset, any asset which is not exempt is a chargeable. Exempt asset, these are the exempt asset. You can list them in your assignment. Yes, you can explain it a little bit. Yes, some, yes, these can be exempt. Okay, so if you go down, like chattels, tangible asset, movable property, if that is less than 6,000 is exempt, more than 6,000 will be charged the capital gain tax. Any question here?
Sorry, the exempt assets. I saw motor cars. Is it all motor cars or just private motor?
Few cars, so we have to go back to, yes, like, you know, the CO2 levels and all others. Yes, so we have to look around within the rules that, but if you don't want to be in detail, so what we can do, if you go back to the chapter capital gain tax, yes, so you can pick, you know, few example, like if you're getting gambling, yeah, and the lottery winning, that's not, you don't need to pay tax on it. Yes, share held, you know, on ISAs, you don't need to pay the tax. Premium bond, you don't need to pay tax. Yes, certain investment securities or bonds, you don't have to pay the taxes. Yes, that's, you know, the any other asset than these exempt asset will be chargeable. Okay, if you will go down here, so exempt some like a chattels is exempt up to 6,000. Yeah, if you have a gain up to 6,000 is exempt. If you have a more than 6,000, you have to pay the tax. 10% if your lower rate, and higher rate is a 20% for capital gain. So we look, so this is few examples, please, here. If you scroll down, chargeable percent, chargeable gain, you have here example we included in the slides as well. So if you want more these examples, yes, if you part of the asset being disposal, part of the asset being destroyed, chattels, yes, parent, grandparent is your spouse, this is the inherent, and that's, you know, the share pool. If you have a bonus, that can be example. If you look here within that, you've been given a Douglas here example of this, you know, the client, and you, but because now annual allowance is 12,570 in the past, that's, you know, example. So you can apply new rates if you want to, or you want to use as it is, no problem, but you can highlight it which you are referring to. Yes, so these, please, you have all the examples. I copied the links there, but I gave you the further, you know. So what we can do, if you go back to the chapter of the book, yes, chapter of the book, which I'll refer you back. So please, you can pick any example of your choice, because it's not restricted to you. You must do this, yes. But only the things you need to do, you need to be make sure is example there. Yes, that meets the criteria. You're showing some calculation, yes, for the gain. So if we look here, the gain, we're not looking company, we normally be looking more individual in this tax calculation. Individuals, this is gain on individual, gain on shares if individual have, and individual relief and you can do self-assessment. The form is here. You've been given. If you want to include it for the merit criteria, you can. Any question there? Yes, so you have to pick the example and you have to reference. So you can reference this book, or I'm giving you 2 more. Do you have access to these books or not?
Well, I'm hoping that you drop us a link.
No problem.
I know the link, but if you can.
No problem. What I'm going to do, if you go in the chat now, Zoom, and you can download these. Okay, I'll share with you the template in a minute. So if you go back to, please.
Can you send it to the WhatsApp? Because after this.
Oh yes, no problem. What I'll do, I'll send you on the WhatsApp, the books, few books and all the examples. Okay. So you pick the examples, include in assignment, and make sure add few reference. Yeah, that's all we have to do, because it's a calculation more. Or you fill the form of tax return, and that's you can include, even if you want to explain, you can, and or in appendixes you can include it. Yeah, fully that's that meet the criteria. I'm going to this afternoon, sorry, I'm some struggling to log in. I'll sort out because on my other laptop is bit so I'm using other laptop. That's, I don't know the reason it's not allowing me to log in on Moodle, but that's please, what you need to do, like here I included the reference. How to create the table of contents, how to do reference. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so please make sure introduction, then divide task. You have 3 tasks in the assignment brief given. Okay, task 1, which is learning outcome 1, which is mean lesson 1 slides. Yeah, help you. Task 2, which is mean lesson 2 slides, and task 3 is a lesson 3 slides. Yeah, task 2 and 3 is you have some calculation to include. Yes, and task 1 is more your theoretical, discussing about good tax system, discussing about tax planning, tax avoidance, tax avoidance, or you want to add examples, you can as well. So that's the key. And I'll send you this sample assignment. You can pick the examples from there as well, but please don't copy and paste it, rewrite it at least, and make sure the reference there. Yes, that's really we need to do. Anyone, any question here, please? I'll share all on the WhatsApp as well. Okay. Okay, so please, when you do the reference, like here, Kaplan 2009. So this came from the personal tax Kaplan booklet, which I'll send you those books, full BPP, Kaplan, and I'll try Osborne and others. Please make sure only the Finance Act 2023 rates you can apply if you are applying Finance Act. It's not specific highlighted, but it's good to be applied the latest rate. So you will see here, please, like if you want to do the reference, you need to be, or any picture you want to include, which is like, snipping and including. So please, you can say figure 1 is a good tax system. You can write it as figure 1, show that tax system is consist of all these elements. And element, what is the direct, indirect tax, you can explain. Progressive, ingressive tax, which we had a discussion. And if you really still, you think, what I'll do, I'll show you in a minute. One of ACC and ATHE and a couple of other books, which I'll share with you on the WhatsApp as well. So please, you can pick and you can write in your own words. That's the key, reparaphrasing and writing in your own words. Then the reference according to the task, as we've been task been given, and we need to pick the examples from. Okay, I'm showing you now. So that's which I'll share with you. So I'm sharing with you F6 book, which cover everything. Yes. So I'm sharing with you the workbook, and I'll share with you the answers book. So there are the plenty of. So if you go to chapter 1, that will answer of question 1. Yeah. So you will see here, if you look there, the UK tax system. That's your task 1 is more about And of course, we can discuss about the rule of residency, then 180 days and things. Those we discuss in lesson 1 lecture slide as well. So that's the rates there you've been given. That's the previous year's finance second. You can just apply the new tax rate finance act 2023, but you can pick, because nothing, just only the a bit, the things change. This is the tax system. If you want to snip it, you can include the pictures, what the tax system means. Yes, current tax system encourage similarities government of all these question answers. If you go back to your tutor handbook, which is answers all these, so you can pick these, you can reference, you can write, from the, yeah. So that's, the tax system structure. We have a tax commissioner. Yes, thus we can tax legislation. If you want to include any case laws, yeah, these are. And if you want to, you've been given a lot of examples here. Okay, so tax surveillance, tax planning, tax avoidance, and that's we already had in our lecture slides. Okay, and ethicals, which we mentioned just. So everything is there, just a matter of writing and including the reference. Any question there, please? Is it okay for you? You can, yes, please. Plus, I'm going.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's okay. Yes.
So what I'll do, please, I'll send you Kaplan book, BPP book, Osmond book, Open Tuition book, and ACCA. Yes. So that can be used, these all the reference. Other than that, of course, gov.uk. Any other website, of course, there are plenty. Any other books, Google Scholar, which is absolutely fine to use the reference. Yeah, you can find the stuff there, and just writing in your words, and I'll send you the sample assignment as well to look and just type your work. But if you're struggling still, you think, come on, I'm not getting that, please, you can ask me or ask any other members of staff. We can go through one-to-one tutorial as well with you if you need to. Okay, so we can assist you all the way. It's a matter of typing the work and then we can go through accordingly. Okay, thank you. Have a lovely weekend. Hope so weather will behave good. Yes, enjoy, and I'll speak you. Thanks for attending, and thanks for all your contribution as well, our discussions, and I'll share with you everything this afternoon, all on the WhatsApp group. So please, you can download from there and you can write it. Okay, type your work, please. No need to be 2 weeks normally is a rule, but if you have other commitment, then of course, we can sign off you in the next batch as you carry on submitting, and we'll carry on signing off.
Arjun.
Yes, please.
Hello? Yeah, so I'm just thinking that's the reason why I asked initially. This period is a busy period for tax return. Okay, I work in a practice and I've not started yet, so I don't think I'll be able to meet up with the 2 weeks. So what should I do? Or are you going to give me the extension now?
No problem. That's, we can extend for you, because as you submit it, then we can put in the next batch for you. Because
Yeah.
that's no problem. Yes, some people have commitment, but just keep in mind, let's say after 2 weeks you relax a bit, so you carry on typing a little bit. Yes, whenever you have a time, and you come try to be, because then we can sign off you as you pass. Okay, when moderate and everything happen. Okay, because then of course we can. So it's take you maybe slightly longer than you're expecting. If you're, as you submit it, sign off, yes, we can move to the next process. That's all. Okay, no worries, that's absolutely fine. Yes, please, any other question?
No, no question.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for attending, and have a lovely weekend, and I'll speak to you next week. Next, delivery of the, and I'll send you on the WhatsApp, everything this afternoon. And but in between, if you have a question, of course, you have my numbers, you have my email, you can drop me email as well. Thanks for attending. Have a lovely week. Bye-bye. and I'll share with you the template as well. Thank you. Bye bye.